Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Fish King in Jamaica Rally here. So a lot of things have happened over the week, over the last week, right? I have published several videos, but they are on schedule. So some of these videos you won't see until probably about January the 15th. Now today's video is entitled "My Fish Don't Jump." Okay, so everybody know that swordtail is one of those fish that jumps whenever you have them in your tank, right? And also your Jack Dempsey's would jump also, along with the main gunners do jump too, along with some other fish, right? Some fish just don't jump, but none of my fish jump. And as you all can see, I have a row of containers here with several fish, different type of fish within it, right? And I have never seen any of my fish, whether it be Oscar or Jack Dempsey, swordtail, or whatever fish I have, jump. And the question is being asked by some persons, why is it that my fish don't jump out? Why is it that I lose fish as a result of fish jumping out and actually dying on the floor? Okay, there are practically a few answers to this, right? One, fish usually jump because they are being chased by other fish, what you call bullies. And sometimes fish jump because the male is actually pursuing the female for mating, of course, and the female is actually trying to get away from the male. So the female will actually jump, right? Another reason why fish do jump is because of water chemistry, water quality, right? You might condition your tank well clean and all that, and you just put your fish in it, and a couple minutes you see the fish start twitching and jump, right? Okay, another reason why fish may also jump from out of your, whether it be tank or pond, is because the lack of hiding places within your fish aquarium or tank. Now, whenever fish are being chased, different fish being chased by, let's say, the bully or the male, if there is not a hiding place provided in the aquarium or in the pond itself in which that fish can hide, the next alternative is to actually jump, like you know, something like dandy shandy, right? It's a sport in Jamaica where you actually jump trying to avoid the ball from hitting you. So they actually jump from the aquarium or pond because of this, right? Another factor, and this is one of the primary factors which why really fish jump from their ponds or tanks, right, is space and stocking. And I say stocking, I'm not meaning stocking that you actually ladies put on their foot or Christmas stocking. I'm talking about stocking your tank, right? Too much fish in the pond or too much fish in the aquarium, there's not much space, so therefore there's a little uneasiness. It's like you're taking a taxi or taking a bus and a lot of persons in it, right? And you're just dying to get out because you're just uncomfortable, right? So fish have this sense. So how do you actually manage the whole idea of controlling fish from jumping? Okay, now this is what I practice. One, I use water lilies as a mean of buffer for my fish stock in each container, right? Water lilies actually decreases the ability of the fish to actually jump out of the pond. The fish might jump in the pond, but they are not going to jump out of the pond, right? So the water lilies do that. Another factor in which I try to, compensate is the whole idea of stocking. Now, I had two tanks, two ponds, right? This pond and this pond filled with swordtail, a lot of swordtail. When you looked in it, you had a lot of red just swimming around, So I know that I was kind of getting to the point where which I was kind of being overstocked in my two little ponds, right? You know this is a small setup, right? Okay, cool. So what I did, I made available 3 additional containers. This is one, this is one, and this is one, and all of them are filled with swordtail. So in total, I have a lot of swordtail right now at my disposal. Right, I have more swordtail than guppies. Right. Okay. So that's another way in which you could actually try to limit the amount of jumping by your fish. Another way in which you could limit your fish from jumping is providing hiding places for your fish. Now, I have 49 Jack Dempsey in my this IBC tote, right? And in this IBC tote I also have some large plecos in which I'll be moving to this pond because I've cleared them out. I've gotten rid of my filament barb, so I'm actually on the verge of placing them in this, right? But back to this topic, right? I have some large plecos, 3 large plecos, and 49 Jack Dempseys in this pond. So how do I manage? And they jump, because you'll see in a video in which I did before, well, couple months ago, where in which I placed them in an aquarium inside, and when I came back within a couple minutes, I saw 3 on the floor and 2 in another tank in which I have just beneath, because it was a stock shelf, right? Okay, so what do I do so as to manage the whole idea of them jumping? 1, I have water lilies on the top, but that's not enough. 2, the container is very large, right? 3, there are several pipes, sticks, cinder blocks within the pond itself, which actually give the fish place to hide as it's being chased by either the male being chased by a male, as you know, fighting, or female being chased by the male, or female even being chased by a female. And at times they might end up being a little squabble with the pleco, right? So therefore I place items in it which will allow them to actually hide. Okay, so this is my 3 ways in which I control jumping, but I'm not finished as yet, because there's this issue with the water chemistry. I cannot stress it enough. No matter how good your filtration system is, you need at times to do what I call it now, siphoning, right? Siphoning. Why? Because it is not all poop that the fish releases actually floats. Or what you could do, if you don't really like the idea of siphoning, you could get some catfish. But here are the catfish now. The catfish will eat the fish, no matter how small the catfish is. Piscus catfish, curry catfish, whatever catfish you have, once it is a catfish, it will eat your fries as long as it can hold in their mouth. It will even eat the fish as long as it can hold in their mouth. So therefore, if you have large fish and you just not thinking about the whole idea of siphoning out or vacuuming out the base of or the substrate of the pond or tank, you could get some catfish. And what the catfish does, or pleco, whichever you like, right? Pleco is a type of catfish, right? What that does is to actually store the substrate as it searches for whatever it searches for, right? And as it's storing, the filter system now will, the mess will actually float at time periodically, right? So the filter will actually take up all those mess that is within the tank or pond. But you must remember that although the water has the mess in it and it goes through the filter and the filter hold the mess, that the mess with the water running through it in the filter is still releasing harmful components that may be affecting your fish. So therefore you have to change your filter pads and you have to clean your filtration system periodically. Set a schedule, right? So I hope that this video was informative to you, right? And I look forward to sharing other videos with you in the future. Thank you very much for making a fish keep in Jamaica. Bye bye for now.